We are Krisiun. I am Alex, play the bass and vocals.
I am Max Kolesny and I play drums.
And now supporting your brand new album, Southern Storm. You recorded it with Andy Klassen, Stadium Studios. So many incredible albums came out of that studio. It's your second time working with Andy, I believe?
Third. Actually, third time.
Talk about this experience. What was it like? What kind of funny stuff happened in the studio?
Well, dude, we had a few different options, but it turns out that Andy was the right choice. You know, he knows the band pretty well. He respects the style of music we play, and we became friends. So we knew we would get like a good album, and we're very satisfied with the result.
Yeah, we became good friends along the years, man, since Conquerors of Armageddon, you know, and he really liked to work with us. And we share the same ideas concerning production, you know, like we were looking for a very natural and powerful and fat sound and clear at the same time. And he was the right guy because we share the same ideas concerning the sound, you know, to be natural, kind of old school and modern at the same time and get it together, you know. So that's why we're like working together for 3 times already, man.
The whole new wave of death metal, these young guys with albums that are overproduced. Live, they can't really pull it off properly.
Sure.
A lot of image, not a lot on substance.
I agree.
A lot of these guys are stealing the spotlight from true death metal bands, which are few these days. But you're one of them. How do you feel about this whole situation? How you're one of the real ones, but people aren't really seeing it that much?
Well, dude, I'll say any new band, like any new good band, is always more than welcome, you know what I mean? But like I say, there's a whole lot of setups out there, you know what I mean? You can record an album like, you know what I mean, like this these days, you know what I mean? You've got the internet, you click, and you're all over the place. And I don't know, man, we've been around for a while. We've been doing this thing for a while, always trying to develop the kind of music, you know. I can't complain, man. We somehow we're hooked up. We still, you know what I mean, we're having the chance to go out and tour, record albums. But like I said, man, there's so many shit going on out there, you know what I mean, so many crappy bands, like, you know what I mean. It's just hard to tell. The music business is just, you know what I mean, you can never tell, man. It's ups and downs all the time, new trends, new everything, you know what I mean. But we're here, you know. There's bands out there like Morbid Angel, you know, Cannibal Corpse, you know what I mean. They're still there, you know what I mean, and they're great fucking bands. They always Malevolent Creation, you know what I mean, great fucking band. So it goes like that, man. You can never tell. It's ups and downs, you know what I mean. Some crappy bands are, you know what I mean, hitting the spotlights, you know what I mean, out there, like having the greatest reviews ever, you know what I mean. But I don't dig this shit, man. I don't dig none of that shit. We're into old school metal, like, you know what I mean, with this, you know what I mean, updated approach as well, you know what I mean.
As a drummer, okay, this also part of the last question is that a lot of the drums today, thanks to Pro Tools and all the digital recording, sound so perfect on the album.
Yeah, it's too perfect. Yeah.
Too perfect.
No, not human.
Kids go nuts. Kids love it because it sounds like robots. And live, it's usually a disaster. You live, you pull it off incredibly well. It's organic. I mean, how do you feel with all these guys that everyone thinks are such great drummers, but...
Dude, I don't really care anymore, you know, about all those, as you said, overproduced albums with drums sounding like machine guns. They don't even sound like a drummer anymore, a lot of them, you know. So we try to keep it real, you know. When we go and record, we try to be close to what we are in a live show, you know. So that's why we play so much. We have to show our music live, you know, so people see how we play live, and that's the real deal. If we just record an album with a great production and you can, you know, fix a lot of stuff, and then you have to play live and people will see the reality, you know. So, but I don't really care anymore about how, you know, all this drum thing, you know, who's fastest, whatever. That I don't give a fuck anymore. I mean, I care about doing good music, you know, with the band, you know, doing a good sound, music that entertain the listener. You know, you listen to the whole song, you remember the fucking riffs, the vocals, the drum patterns, you know, something that sticks in your mind, you know. So we do music for real metal people to, you know, make them bang their heads and go nuts with that, you know.
This has to be addressed. Century Media, your record label, just released the Century Covers Century, covering 20 years of Extremes album. One of the best covers on that album is your cover of Demolition Hammer's Human Dissection.
Thanks.
Unbelievable cover. I'm very impressed at your choice of song and everything. Could you please talk a little bit about your love for that band, why you chose that song?
We love Demolition Hammer, you know, and so it was the best option. We had it, so we took it, and we're kind of familiar with the music. We used to listen to that like back in the day. It's still a great album. We always listen to that music. It was like that. We felt like really happy about having this chance to do such a thing, you know what I mean, and pay such a tribute, you know what I mean, like they've been such a great band, especially back in the day. The drummer passed away, was bad, you know what I mean. So we kind of will pay a tribute, and we enjoy it a lot, man. We had a good time doing that song.
I mean, you playing these drum patterns that Vinny Days laid down originally.
Yeah, he was fucking awesome drummer, man. Awesome fucking drummer, man.
You know how he passed away?
Some shit like there's this kind of a fish in Japan, and you gotta watch for the cut, what kind of cut you're getting out the fish, because some of the parts are like poison, you know.
Yeah, you eat it
raw. From what we know, he took like some poison in his fish, and then he was there and with his girlfriend, something. That's what I heard, and all of a sudden he dropped dead, you know. I mean, a couple hours after the news. And
you follow issues much from a conspiracy standpoint?
Well, we follow all those things, but I don't know, like from what we kind of, from our point of view, you know what I mean, like in this music, it's like, you know what I mean, I don't know, just we feel like it doesn't really fit into the kind of music that we do, you know what I mean. Maybe sometimes a few subjects, or, you know what I mean, we all interested in what's going on, like, you know, concerning the politics, all that bullshit, you know what I mean, the you know, the conspiracy, the internal bullshit, you know what I mean, but we rather go through, like, you know what I mean, more like a wide open, you know what I mean, approach, you know what I mean, on what's going on, like for real, all over the world, like everything goes, man, like our music is brutal, like anything that is brutal would fit, you know what I mean, and the political side, I don't know, it just feels like, you know, it doesn't fit, you know what I mean. We always we like having fun playing metal, you know, trying not to get like much involved with all this shit, because if you stick a finger on certain things, you know what I mean, you better don't, you know what I mean, and like we like the life we live, like, you know what I mean, try to hang out with the kids which are coming out to the show, and, you know what I mean, try to do a good show, and, you know what I mean, like there's always like the dark side, you know what I mean, the whole world, you know what I mean, the politics, the war, religion, you know what I mean, it just feels like, you know what I mean, dude, if you can't be that much concerned with things, you know what I mean, because otherwise you go fucked up, you know what I mean.
Football?
Oh, all the time, man. We're fools on that shit.
What's your team in Brazil?
It's international from
Internacional.
South. ¿Te recuerdas Figueroa? Elias Figueroa.
Elias Figueroa, chileno.
International was the world champion like a couple of years ago. We beat Barcelona like in Japan, like that final. It was our little team. He kind of grew up, and then, you know, ups and downs, man. Sometimes he sucks, sometimes he do good. We just
doing good
stick
lately.
around. Yeah,
He's
doing
all right.
Right.
Any crazy stories from soccer games? Have you been to matches that are...
Yeah, always like people, you know what I mean, going nuts, you know what I mean, and a little brawls, like, you know what I mean, and people like pissing in cups and throwing in the air and shit. Like
you guys do it?
No, I never did it, man. I've kind of seen it. We try to behave, you know what I mean. But
so you don't belong to a firm or anything?
No. We just enjoy it. We're not like fanatics or anything, you know.
He's almost there.
Yeah.
Close?
Yeah, I go crazy sometimes. Yeah. But it's like I don't fucking fool around. They don't look for.
And we like to watch the game at home, drink a beer, and have a good relax with the friends, have a good time.
If I go out, I go